Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got 4 problems that we're going to do. Only 4. That's all you're going to see today. The other 2 we are going to talk about in class. If you want to try to do them, you can even come in before class and ask questions. But I just want to do a real quick review. And then on Monday and Tuesday, come in with the 4 problems completed. Alright, here we go. First off, let's label this information. The very tip top, let's call it a vertex. The very bottom is called these 2 things right here. Those are called roots. Some other names for it is a solution or zeros. And that's, that's what we're going to be all about today, is doing that. But let's answer these real quick questions. If the function when x is 2, so I'm going to find 2 on the x and just draw a line up there, and it looks like it's 2. When f is 3, it's approximately -1. Is this a max or a min? This is a max. The domain is all real numbers. And the range, because the range is a max, we're going to put y. Y is less than or equal to whatever the y value of the vertex is. I believe it's 3. And we're done. We can also ask what's the roots. The roots are where those x's are. Those are called roots. The vertex is very tip top. This is a maximum. The axis of symmetry, which cuts it right down the middle, right down in here, would be x equals 1. Alright, number 2, solve for x when y is 0. Now, what we're really doing is we're finding a number for x, okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to plug in what we do know. We know that y is 0, so we're going to write this. We're actually going to find a value for x. Now remember that y is 0. Okay, so we're going to find a value for x. The thing is I have 2 sets of parentheses. So what I have to do is I have to sort of break it up. I've got to do it twice. And if I divide by 2 over here, I get x equals 0. And so the ordered pair over here is 0, 0. On this problem right here, I'm going to subtract 3. And x equals -3. So this point is -3 and 0. Now, these are called roots. They're also called zeros. They're also called solutions. So all this information right here, this is where this, when you graph it, would touch the x-axis. If you don't believe me, graph it. I guarantee you those 2 things are the zeros of that graph. Alright, number 3, excuse me. This is y equals x squared plus 6x plus 5. And we want to solve this for when y is 0. Now, here's the thing. If you remember from last unit we were factoring, okay? That means we're making a t-chart. So this is a 3-step process here. We wanted to find multiples of 5. Alright, multiples of 5 are like 5 and 1 and 3 and 2. Now, when I add them up, or when I find the sum of these, or it could be the difference. Now remember, we got to look at the sign first here. That tells me that they're both going to be the same sign. And this is the sign that I want, so I want plus 6. So both of them we're going to stay the same. Now you may have to review that, and you may have to rewind, because I'm going to go really quick here. The 5 plus 1 is 6. 3 plus 2 is 5. I want 6. The only set is this one. So I'm going to put y equals, and I'm going to split this up. Now remember, they're the same sign and they're both addition. I put 5 here. I put 1 here. Now I'm going to set this equal to 0 because I want to find what x is. And just like in the first example that we had, we're going to actually split up. We're going to go x plus 5 equals 0. And then we're going to have x plus 1 equals 0. And so we just subtract 1, we get x equals negative 1. And we subtract 5 here, we subtract 5 here, we got x equals negative 5. Those are the roots. Okay, so that actually is, those are two ordered pairs. So the two ordered pairs are negative 5, 0, negative 1, 0. Now those two points are where the quadratic equation, when you graph it, will touch the x-axis. We have to first factor it, okay? And then we have to solve for it. Remember, you can always rewind. Alright, same problem as the last one. What we're going to do first is we're going to factor. We're going to build a t-chart. And we're going to have negative 27 right there. Now that is a negative, so that means that I have x plus something and x minus something. Now, it's a negative, so they're different signs. Got to find the multiples of 27. I got 27 and 1, 9 and 3, and that's it. The middle term right here tells us which one is negative, and it's going to be the bigger number. So we're actually going to subtract these. We get negative 26 and we get negative 6. So it looks like this guy right here is our match. So what we'll do now is put it in. I'm going to put negative 9 over here, minus 9. I'm going to put the 3 right here. I'm going to set it equal to 0. Now I'm going to split it up. 0 equals x plus 3. Solve for the first one. X equals negative 3. That's my first root. The other one, I got 0 equals x minus 9. I add 9. And I get x equals positive 9. So my 2 points are 9, 0. That's one root. The other root is negative 3, 0. So those are my roots. We first factor, and then we solve. And we'll practice this in class. I'm not expecting you to become an expert overnight, but you may need to rewind it to watch it. There is no written notes to this, so I apologize for it. I'm not putting it up on the web. I'm going to make people actually watch the video. So, if you'd watch the video, that'd be awesome, and I will see you in class.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.